Is he okay?
Yeah, Alonso Fernando is fine.
And you see the sky, then you see the ground, you see the sky, and you know exactly where you are, and you keep moving, you want to stop. Then the car stopped. I saw a little space to go out, and I said I go out quickly. And my mom will watch TV, so I want to be out quite quickly and say that I'm okay. But
now this is after turn 3, and you see Grosjean, one car out there, and then Grosjean to the right-hand side. Going
My God, it's torn the car in half. No wonder the fuel came out of it.
Yeah.
I said the fuel was in the middle of the car, and it's literally...
Whoa! And he's just gone straight across Daniel Kvyat there, as you can see.
That's extraordinary. Yeah.
It's just the car.
It's gone through the barrier, you see. The car's gone through the barrier, and that's then been sort of used as a wrench, as it were, to literally rip the car in half.
Wow. And Romain Grosjean having to hurdle away from the scene of a big fire.
And that's the medical delegate who starts.
15 minutes to go here in Baku of FP1, and we have a red flag because of this. It's hitting the wall at turn 8 down by the maiden tower, and the man who was on the podium here last year has returned to Baku.
Wo ist denn der Sato? Hoffentlich ist der ausgestiegen. Den haben wir noch nicht gesehen, Marc. Da! Oh, der fährt über Coulthard, der gebremst hat.
Ja. Coulthard, wie alle, hat gebremst. Fisichella schießt über das Heck.
Montoya was penalised last year for that. That's a big accident for Kubica, and a horrible accident going on there. He's moving his hands, and obviously safety car will be out again. But he must have tangled with somebody in the braking area. And oh yes, he's had an accident very early on, and that was at maximum velocity. I've never seen a car crash like that in this circuit at that place. And he's certainly moving his hands about at that point. It's the Toyota he connected with. He took off, oh yes, and head first into it. So nearly collected the Toro Rosso of Scott Speed that you would have thought in any normal circumstances would have been well out of the action, and that was a huge impact.
Watch out for the Leighton House March Judd of Mauricio Gugelmin in the middle of the pack. He locks up his brake, hits Boutsen, crashes down on Nigel Mansell's rear wing, and then slides off out of the picture upside down. Meanwhile, Mansell is involved in another incident with Olivier Gouillard, and there's abandoned and wrecked cars everywhere.
Yes, that was a total mess, Bob, and this is what I found really bad indeed.
Rumours. Oh, De Cesaris sideways, De Cesaris on the grass, he's going over! Oh, De Cesaris, a major accident! And I think he's all right, he's getting out. Andrea De Cesaris getting out of the wrecked remains of but quite unbowed. He got it on the wet grass, the car went sideways, the rear wheel dug in, and it was launched. And I think he's extremely lucky that we had so much rain last night, because this ground is very soft. And although the car loses a wheel and damages itself very severely, it flies up in the air, it comes down but not quite hard on the cockpit area, it rolls over, finally lands on its correct side.
Horrific accident. His car is strewn across the track. It looks like a rear suspension failure caused him to spin in the middle of bridge. There's debris everywhere, but somehow Jarno escapes without injury.
It looked pretty bad as the car rolled over. When I stopped, there is very little attached to the car, but luckily I'm perfectly okay. I walked away from a big shunt.
Yeah, it was a bit a strange accident. The AstroTurf was very dirty, and that's why I went into the wall, but we have to check in detail everything.
It's go, and Coulthard drags. Hakkinen gets away well. Look at Eddie Irvine coming up on the inside. Villeneuve goes up into second position. Schumacher is down into about sixth position. Bad start by the Ferrari. Great start by Eddie Irvine. Villeneuve, look at Villeneuve, and into the wall. Who was that?
Coulthard in the wall.
David Coulthard into the wall. Will stop the race.
They'll have to red flag this.
Terrible. Look, this is quite appalling. This is the worst start for a Grand Prix that I have ever seen in the whole of my life. David Coulthard over on the your right of the picture swings across and just lights up the rear wheels. Had a big frontal impact into the wall anyway. And now the real action starts. David goes over to the other side. And then in the middle, somebody's braking. Eddie Irvine gets caught up in the Benetton, and they just keep smashing into each other. Look at Salo's car, his second big accident of the weekend. And then after that, total car.
Oh, that's a big crash as well. And that's the Sauber of Marcus Ericsson. Red flagged the session. Session suspended. And Paul, there was absolutely nothing he could do. The car just went on under braking. Just stepped out from underneath him.
When you have spectacular ones like that, the energy's dissipated over a long distance with all the bits and pieces flying off as well. It's not the sudden stop. They're the ones that really hurt. So whilst it looks spectacular, as long as nothing comes into the cockpit to get you.
The mechanics are looking at the DRS on Leclerc's car. I think we could be looking at a DRS failure. The rear wing flap has not reattached, has not gone down, as it should do as soon as Ericsson touched it.
All those questions that need to be answered. It looks like you've got him on a stretcher, and they're going to. Here we go. See replay now. So well, it's gone to the inside. As
this is the first time we've seen this. So they obviously they hold this back.
So it's under braking. He's lost it, isn't it, when we first see it?
He's okay. So the fact that they are showing us that, and the fact we've seen him conscious with his thumbs up. I mean, it's a biggie. There's no doubt about that. Let's hope.
The Grand Prix, and this is what happened.
Oh, he got on the grass on the way in. Complete driver error. It's so unusual to have that accident there. He's gone on the grass on the way in, and a tank slapper into the barriers. Huge accident.
And then the car's dug into the gravel, isn't it?
Even the wheels came off on the tethers. Even the tethers weren't strong enough to keep the wheels intact. Let's see it from a different angle.
What happened there, mate? I cleaved the grass on there.
There's a huge accident to one of the Lolas, and I didn't see who it was. Bueno, pues ahí está saliendo del coche.
Yes, it took too much curve. Yeah. And Nico Rosberg did exactly the same thing yesterday. So
he's kind of taken the dry line, but he shouldn't be on that line in the wet.
Yeah. And, well, for the second consecutive race, he's been testing out those Tech Pro barriers, hasn't he?
Hasn't he just?
Oh!
Verstappen! Verstappen! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh! And that was very bad. Looking to go by Irvine, who at the same time himself hasn't seen Verstappen but looks to go by. They touch wheels. Verstappen loses it on the grass. They collect Brundle. Verstappen up in the air. Verstappen rolls and miraculously doesn't land on his head. That is one big accident, and just shows you how critical knowing what's around you is as a driver.
Just pitted, so should have passed Karthikeyan with ease. But Narain lost his steering thanks to a hydraulic failure and had to lift off the gas and left Nico with nowhere to go. It was a huge impact. And there was debris everywhere. At least both drivers were safe, if not a little shaken.